So I had to get up and post another video. Tonight, I tried to go to bed early so that I could get caught up on sleep because I have been so tired. Have you ever had those nights when you've just been working on something and you've been working on it for days and you're laying there in bed and it's quiet? There's not a sound in your house. It's the perfect environment for you to close your eyes and drift off to sleep. Your body's tired. Your mind is tired. Your brain is tired from thinking. And you're laying there and you're just about to go to sleep. And then your brain starts working again. And it just runs so fast that you cannot stand it to lay there any longer. Well, it's exactly what happened to me tonight. I decided I was going to go to bed early because I have been exhausted. My brain has been on fire. I'm pretty sure that's why my hair is red, because my brain has been so on fire. I'm naturally a writer. I love writing. I can't say that I'm great at it, but I really enjoy it. I feel like I'm pretty good at it. But I am a writer, and usually when the house gets quiet and I have something to say, my brain tells me it's time to get up and write before I forget it, and it usually won't let me go to sleep. If you're a thinker, if you've got something on your mind that's worrying you, it's not any different. But I wanted to create this video very specifically because if you are so passionate about something that you cannot sleep at night, you probably have something pretty valuable to share with the world. And here I am, all of my makeup is gone. My hair feels like it's a mess because I've been laying in bed trying to get comfortable so I can go to sleep. And I just really felt like I needed to get back up and that I needed to write what I have to say. And that hopefully my journey is going to help somebody else out there. And my whole target is to be able to get to the end of the next several years and hopefully have been able to show not only myself, but any of you that have been tracking and watching my progress, show that some ordinary person making around $50,000 to $60,000 a year really can set a target and achieve goals that take them beyond what they even thought was possible. I know myself well enough to know that I'm pretty good at breaking and hitting my targets. And I think that that's a little bit scary right now, honestly, because I don't even know what that's look like. I cannot even think big enough for myself to realize the impact that I might have on people if I was to hit those targets. I can see it. I can see traveling worldwide and staying in villages for weeks at a time to understand, their culture and what their needs are and their way of life to help me better understand the human race and the different struggles that we go through, and then hopefully be able to make a positive enough impact on others that I can help improve their lives, even if it's just changing their mindset, helping them believe and know that something is possible. The other thing that's scary is knowing how much work it's going to take and how hard it's going to be. And just wanting to get all through that part because I know that I'm strong enough to do it. But when you are trying to make an impact and you're trying to build something, no matter what it is hard work. My husband and I were talking tonight about my crazy wild goals and some of the targets that I have in my mind. And I'm like, this is seriously the worst time for me to be doing this. I'm going to be changing jobs in a few days. Today is Wednesday. On Monday, I will have a new job. I interviewed for a job a couple days ago on Tuesday, and I really feel like I'm probably going to get that job. So that will mean a second job change in just 2 to 4 weeks, and working on what I have to offer the world is another whole job all by itself. So a third job that has a lot of unknowns, that feels a little scary. It's not reliable yet. But just thinking about all those things really feels kind of scary. And just knowing that I have something I have to share. My mind has not stopped working since the last week of April. My mind has not stopped working, and I have just been running so hard every single day. I'm surprised I'm even still standing, but there is truly power in having something positive and having something of worth that you can share. So if you have something, then you need to speak up and you need to share it with others. You have something that no one else out there can share. No one else out there can say what you can say or to speak on behalf of who you can speak on. Let your voice be heard. When I made my first YouTube post, I didn't think it was that great. And then I got on Instagram and made one of the dumbest posts, the dumbest videos I think I've ever made. And now I have this huge goal to come up with $100,000 for the Grant Cardone Foundation. Something that I feel like is so important. I'm sorry, I'm a girl, I'm a Gemini, I'm a Cancer, and I'm a crier. So I'm trying really hard not to cry. But I feel so much for the Grant Cardone Foundation, that somebody would devote so much time and energy into trying to help teens know what to do with their money as they get older. How many of you out there didn't have a parent or parents to tell you what to do with your money so that you could be successful? How many of you out there have been told over and over that you can't do it? It's too big of a goal. Just do what everybody else does. Just get a job, go to work, do the 9 to 5. How many of you out there have felt like you didn't have any worth, like you didn't have any value? No way could you do something. No way could you do something different, be different, share something so unique that nobody else out there is sharing it. I think so many of us have been through that journey. And really, the focus of what I have to offer is that you have worth and you have value. And I want to be able to spread that into companies and businesses, not just with executives, not just with the high dollar clients, but with the entire team, to be able to start as a whole, find out what the objective and the goal and the vision and the targets of companies are, and then be able to go to the employees and to be able to get everybody on board, to get everybody rowing the boat the same direction, everybody paddling in unison, everybody working in unison, everybody knowing without a doubt what the target is, where you're going, what the road is, and not leaving anybody behind. Somebody needs help, they get helped. If somebody needs a different job, that job is not right for them, they can go get that other job and they can get help and support and not feel like they are being retaliated against. That we can support a workforce that is pulling together and playing on the strengths of their employees and building the confidence in those who maybe don't have it. Because some of us, I feel pretty lucky where, the home that I grew up in, but there are so many, including my own children, that have had such a difficult childhood and may not know best work ethics. It may not, come with all of the skills that somebody in a more affluent home might come from. I want to be able to help them and fill their learning gaps. Now, there's only so much you can do. There comes a point where, maybe a person just isn't right for a job, and that's fine. But they shouldn't be retaliated against because of that. It should be clear to them that maybe that job isn't right for them, but hey, there's other resources. Maybe some suggestions can be made to that person. I'm still working on that part, but I feel like if we can support positive growth, teaching people how to treat each other, teaching people how to interact in a positive and kind way, and yet still being driven enough to hit targets and goals and objectives, and still be able to move forward with power and strength and unity as a business. That's where I want to go with what I have to offer the world. And so here I am. It's not even that late, but I've got to get up and write, and I've got to tell my story. And that is really important to me. The more and more that I learn and grow about, sharing what I have with others. So figure out what you have to share, figure out what you have to offer. If you would like more stories like this one, more posts like this one, and you just want to follow me and see how I do, then you can join me on my Facebook page on Maximize Your Life, or I'm on YouTube at Georgia Davis 10x 10x. So hope to see you there. Follow me and let's see where this goes.